I'm going to do 52 Uncharted projects this year. Hi, I'm Doodlebomb with Sourdough Dingo Studios, and we just started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to talk to you all about my New Year's resolution, which is going to affect the channel for the whole year. So, what is this resolution? I'm going to do 52 Uncharted projects this year. So, for this challenge, I have some rules. Rule number 1, I have to do one Uncharted project a week. That's how I came up with the number 52. Rule number 2, it cannot be something that I've already done. So, rest in peace, all my portraits of Nate and Elena and that one concept art I did from Lost Legacy. Number 3, I can take up to multiple weeks to do a project because some of them are a lot more complicated and some of them I've just never even done before. But only the week that I complete it is the week that it counts for. So if it takes me 4 weeks to draw pixel art of the second Uncharted game, on the 4th week, that's what it counts for, just 1 week. But that leads me to my next rule is that, or actually a continuation of this rule, is that I can work on multiple projects at a time. And the reason for this is, like I said earlier, some are really complicated, some are super time consuming, but also I am a human being and have obligations outside of this channel that I just started. And this whole project is really just for me to have fun. So I don't want to have to say, build an entire golden hind ship where I have to stain the wood and cut all the planks to the right size in a week. I think that would be crazy. I think it wouldn't be as fun. And also, there's just other things that can happen in life. For instance, I do have a family member who's had some medical conditions going on. And so sometimes that takes up a lot of time, which I'm happy to do, and I'm glad I'm there to do it. But, say that week, it's going to be a lot harder for me to do some of those more complicated projects. So, I can space it out over a couple weeks, but I still have to complete one each week. So the 4th rule is that I do need to make a YouTube video for each project, but the YouTube video does not have to come out the week that the project is done. And the reason for that is, I don't know if you've seen this channel, but there are 2 videos, which means I'm kind of a noob. And so in that sense, I'm going to give myself a little grace with the video editing and posting timeline wise, but I'm going to stay strict on one project completed a week. So you may be wondering about my motives for this challenge. Why would someone do this? I remember December 7th, I sent my partner saying, I think I'm going to do one Uncharted project a week for a whole year. Like, I want that to be my New Year's resolution. And she was just like, do whatever you want as long as you get your thesis done. And I said, sweet. I sent the same message to my brother a week or 2 later after I really thought about it and was like, yeah, I think I'm committed. And his response was, do you not know how to relax? Well, for me, projects are relaxing. I have an absurd amount of project energy. And for the last 2 years, I worked at a cabinet shop where all that project energy was getting spent building, running CNC machines, cutting, laminating, all this awesome stuff. Well, in June, I actually had to quit that job and move, kind of go back to my hometown and help take care of my family and for my partner to make progress in her career. And so my project energy has been building for months now. And so I need to find a safe way to release this before I do something really dumb to my truck. So that's one. Projects make me happy and it's self-care. I do want to improve on video editing and learning all those skills and honestly just learning how to run a YouTube channel because I've always wanted to and it always sounds fun and I think I'm in a good space to do that. Right now I'm not working because I am finishing my thesis. So yes, there's a bunch of time dedicated to my thesis, but that also means I'm not working and this is the best time for me to really start this project. 3, my other motive is just kind of to structure my creativity. I always have tons of ideas all the time, and I started keeping a list of projects I wanted to do on my phone, on my notepad, and I was scrolling through it, and there was like 37 projects on there, and the majority of them were Uncharted related, and so I thought, well, why not just commit to it already? And, the last motivation is that I just freaking love Uncharted. Like, we moved to our apartment. I have an office for the first time. I just want to put Uncharted stuff everywhere. The concerns I have about starting this challenge are that, one, it's going to be really time consuming. I mean, just doing a project a week is time consuming. 52 projects is time consuming. Some of the projects are significantly larger than the other projects or things I've just never done. So to kind of combat that, I made a gorgeous spreadsheet. And in this spreadsheet, I list every project. I list how complicated it is, or how long it's going to be, hopefully, time-wise. I list how difficult it is, in the sense that I have experience or don't. So some of the things on this chart may look like they should be a higher rated difficulty, but maybe I have experience doing that. And then I also have a column for cost, which brings us to the next concern, is cost. We just moved 4,000 miles, so that took a big chunk out of our savings. Now we're going from 2 people employed in the household to 1 while I finish my thesis and just do family maintenance. So that's kind of a problem. I'm trying to plan ahead though. There are several projects on there that have 0 cost. For instance, if I wanted to do environment concept art for Uncharted Drake's Fortune. The problem is, I don't want to do 52 concept arts, right? Like, I want to do all kinds of projects. I want to try all these new things. So there's kind of a problem with that, but I've got it pretty well organized, I think, because when you see this spreadsheet gorgeousness, you'll also notice that it's ranked by difficulty and color. So I have a color chart. Things that are blue are super easy, green is pretty easy, yellow is a little bit harder, orange is harder, red is the hardest. And that goes from time, cost, and difficulty. So for instance, say I do have 1 week where I'm tending to a lot of maybe family functions or a medical issue or something like that. Maybe I'm defending my thesis that week, right? In that case, I'm not going to do one that's red in all 3 categories of cost, time, and difficulty. That would be insane. But whenever I'm in one of these harder weeks, I can take a quick look at my spreadsheet and see one that's mostly greens or all greens and go, okay, I have the energy to do this amount of work. Let's find something that fits that energy. And that's just kind of give me some grace and also to help me stay on track with one project being done a week. A third concern I have that'll make this difficult is how challenging some of the projects are. Pretty much anyone that knows me knows that I don't do anything simple, and I especially don't start learning something simple. I go pretty extreme almost as quickly as I possibly can, and I am no different in this challenge. I already know it. I've looked at the spreadsheet of the projects I have. Some of them are just program an entire game of that's very Uncharted-like. Ask me if I know how to program. Exactly. So I have been learning to program. That's something I want to improve. And that's one of the benefits of this 52 project challenge, is that I can pick challenges and projects that fit things that I want to improve on. So while that's really one of the goals of it, it's also going to be one of the things that makes it really difficult to complete. So now that I've summarized my whole plan for the next year, and I will incorporate a bunch of spreadsheet pictures because it is handsome. Here's that glorious spreadsheet I keep talking about, with the first column being the project idea, then the cost, difficulty, time, if it's repeatable, if I already have the materials, and a must do. You may be wondering, what is the background behind me? And that is a perfect segue into my first project. My first Uncharted project will be launching hopefully in the next week, and it's kind of just talking about Uncharted Drake's Deception in some very Uncharted Drake's Deception-esque locations like the one behind me. And if you'd like to see a little bit more of this super cool canyon, these are the places I'm going to be going in that video, which should be coming out soon. If you're new to the channel, which you most likely are because this is a super new channel, thanks for watching if you made it all the way through, and if you wanted to like and subscribe, that'd be pretty cool. Also, I have a Blue Sky account that'll be linked below. And yeah, thank you for watching and wish me luck. I'm super excited.